Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning back in to Robe Talk. Today, I'm coming to talk about why do black women want to be something that they're not. Let me talk about it. Black women don't want to be submissive, but that's what we're supposed to be. Black women want to be queens, which we're not a queen. You're supposed to be feminine, a lady, but we're not queens. Queens have titles, and queens have things they have to do. Why do we have to consider ourselves a queen to feel like we're worth something or we're important? See, you don't have to. It's the way that your mind has been conditioned by society. And you have to stop letting your mind be conditioned by society. Yeah, I know people say, well, we were queens and kings, and if that was the case, okay, but you're not a queen. If you have children, you are a mother. If you have a husband, you are a wife. Hey, that's it. It's a great role to be a mother and a wife. It's great roles. But so many black women feel like they have to be so much more. They need to be so much more. If they're just mother and wife, it's not good enough. But ladies, it is good enough because it keeps you in that feminine state, so that man can be masculine. We hear a lot of black women say, I want to be a strong black woman. Well, ladies, I don't want to be a strong black woman. I want to be a feminine woman that's submissive and that is submitting to a strong black man. Not a dominant man. A strong black man will protect you, will provide for you, will profess that you are his woman. Everybody will know it because he would have no problem saying it. But see, when we think strong, we think dominant and want to control us and all this and that. And no, they're not going to control us. They will give us what they think we should know. Like if they say, oh, you shouldn't go out with your girlfriends, because they out here living a single life and you married and you look like, well, I can do what I want to do, I'm grown. And yeah, you can, you're grown. But if your marriage failed, don't turn around and put it on that man because he was telling you. See, a lot of times as black women, we don't realize and we don't really realize it and get it until it's the situation is over, the relationship is over. Then we sit back and we get it. If you have I ain't gonna say your little friends, but if you have your female friends and your girlfriends is telling you, oh girl, whatever, he ain't your daddy, you need to get rid of them friends. You need to get rid of them friends because the first person you should listen to is your husband. Is your husband. A lot of women around here listening to their girlfriends and their mamas and all these other people. You supposed to be submissive to your husband, listening to your husband. And if you're not married to him, but he's your fiance or he's your boyfriend or he's the one that you know you want to marry and he know he want to marry you, you got to go ahead and start them roles now. You can't be just like, oh, once we get married, that's when things are going to change. No, because believe me, a masculine man, alpha man, do not want a woman that thinks she can control situations. No, he want a feminine woman. And we women have to learn how to be feminine. We feel like we want to rule the world. For what? Let the men rule the world. Yeah, I said that. Let the men rule the world. That's why so many women drinking wine and stuff now because they so stressed out. They come home from work, they stressed, they can't do no with their children, they stressed, they drinking wine, they're not raising their children, the YouTube raising their children, the TV raising their children, Instagram, TikTok, what else? Snapchat, all these things on the phone are raising your children instead of the mother raising the children. And then we have all these women out here going out here having babies by men and no kind of stability. Some of these men don't even have a job. Some of these men don't even have a place to stay, but you laying down with him in your place, getting pregnant, having a baby, and then when he don't want to help raise the child, you mad. He showed you that in the beginning. He showed you that in the beginning. You should have listened. He showed you that in the beginning. He showed you that in the beginning. You should have listened. You should have listened. He showed you that. See, instead of listening, you were on your back. Instead of trying to get to know him, you were on your back. And now you want to blame him. No, blame yourself. Blame yourself. Black women, I am a black woman. And I'm talking to you. You may not like it, but it's the truth. But you know what, too? A lot of people didn't like Jesus, and he told the truth. So a lot of times, you know when you're on the right path is when a lot of people hate what you're saying. Because they didn't like what Jesus was saying. They didn't like what Jesus was doing. But as we can see, he did it right. So ladies, this is just some information for y'all to take and to grab onto, to not listen to, whatever you want to do with it. It's on you. But trust and believe, if you listen to this and you come back and you listen and you take heed to it and you start transforming your life and being a feminine woman, letting men take the role. Some women want to let the men take the groceries in the house. Oh, I got it. No, be in your feminine role. Let that man take them groceries in the house. Won't let him take the trash out. I got it. No, let that man take the trash out. You are trying to feminize the man and masculate the woman. And that's the wrong order. The men are supposed to be masculine. The women are supposed to be feminine. So, I thank you everybody for tuning in, for listening. I know I haven't been on in a while. But, yes, I want to talk about this today. And so I had to turn this camera on and do the thing. Because so many women are losing. So many black women are losing because they want to be the man and want the man to be the woman. And that role reversal is not working. No matter how hard you try, it's not working. People say, it works, it works. No, it's not working. It may work for a year, 2, 3, 4. It may work. But even all these movies you see in there, they do that. They show the women being the ones that's doing this and doing the dad, the man stuck around. And then you see the women saying they don't want, well, I provided this and I did that and right, emasculating that man. It don't work. God gave us specific roles. And the role is for the man to be masculine and the woman to be feminine. So women, sit in your femininity. It is such a great place to be. Such a great place to be. And tell you the truth, some of you women having problems with, getting your little girl down there wet, it don't no juices want to flow. That's because you're being more masculine. Be more feminine and see how that thing starts purring again. Okay? Thank you again for tuning in. And y'all remember, stay blessed because you are blessed.